Please, please, try to be more careful, you two.
What's that? The healer saying that they can't heal? What good are you?
Come on now, Brick, it ain't that bad. Sometimes an enemy just gets lucky. Indeed they can, but I should have been there. I should have been patching up. You can't be everywhere at once, Asley. And besides, it's more important that you also try to contribute and get them down. You can always fix us in the calm before the storm. Or between the storms, rather. We're always heading off to a new storm.
Are you sure we shouldn't just be waiting back at the capital?
Can't make any money that way, Brick. We'll be fine. We just need to be more careful pressing forward. We need to make use of all of our spells, all the time. We can't have another close call like that. I don't think Pharasma would let Erastil pull you back. Alright, we'll keep it in consideration.
I still think you should heal more.
Brick!
Alright, I'll lay off. I'm going to lay into this wolf.
Hello and welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker with me, McGammar. I forgot to buff after resting, so I should probably do that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. With a 1 and a 2. And with a poison immunity. And let's get more fire resistance. Still the most common element in the game. You don't know what you're going to be fighting? Use that. Let's see. You also have, thanks to that new pair of bracers that you got, a shield spell. So let's get that on the bar. And now you're set up like that. And we can put you back into... You know what? The leopard's good. But I think I want to keep you alive. So let's turn instead into a small earth elemental. Yeah, they seem pretty durable. Let's also become an earth elemental. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. So Brick is the one always getting hit. So let's use our second level spell to buff Brick. And then I can buff myself with this. Alright. That's good. We got a shield. What now? I feel like we're as buffed up as we're going to be. As my voice breaks a little bit, but that's okay. Okay. Alright. It's just wolves. We can handle wolves. Let's go Brick.
Defeat is not an option.
Alright, auto battle on. They're just wolves. We should be fine. Greater Warg. Ferocious Wargs. But it seems like they're struggling to hit us. As they finally get a hit on us. We're fine. Nope, okay, they're getting a lot of good hits on Brick. Okay, let's try this feature then. He's not very good at this. Actually, he's down. He's down, but not dead. Okay, well, that cost us an entire brick. That cost us an entire brick. Brick is okay. He's fine. We just heal Brick.
Why does this keep happening?
Enemies get lucky sometimes.
Are
you feeling better now?
No! I don't think the scar is going to get off my arm.
I thought you liked having scars.
Yes, but not on my arm. You want them on your chest.
Why?
I don't think you'd understand. You're a paladin.
That was easy.
Look at how tiny Zaga is now. All those grumbling noises are also Zaga as an earth elemental. It's pretty good.
Stopping now.
It's pretty good. Very unique. Actually, didn't we just pass something? If I check the map. Oh yeah, there's loot right there. Which means we'll have to move into this weird arena-looking thing. Yeah, let's go into the weird arena-looking thing. Alright, so we have a bandit alchemist. Alright, let's hope they don't have acid bombs.
Battles await.
I'm hesitant to send Brick in first, but I think I will. Let's go, Brick! A large group of thugs, armed to the teeth, approach you openly. The one in front walks with a swagger. He's a tall man, and the right half of his face is covered with an intricate pattern of scars and tattoos. Captain Varn, or rather, Baron Varn. I had a feeling that you'd appear here sooner or later. I've been looking forward to this moment. You can call me Pale Jan. I'm the leader of this honorable society of freedom-loving travelers. It's an amazing place, my barony. Even the bandits out here are surprisingly polite and well-spoken. Maker seems completely nonchalant. Barony usually suits its ruler. The bandit smiles broadly, then scoffs. I wouldn't be talking to any of those smug nobles from Bavoy or Patax, but the glory of Varnling Host precedes you, so I'm making an exception. I have a business proposal for you. Information and my lad's rewards in exchange for a share of the loot. And your Lady Law will turn her blind eye elsewhere for now. Alright, let's look over the group. The gang appears excellently armed and equipped. However, the bandits have obviously just come from a fight. Most are scratched and wounded, their clothes torn, and what's more interesting, several have burns left by fire or electricity. So let's get this straight. Some person or creature fried your gang until they sizzled, and now you want our help to get the better of them. Maker laughs softly. General, don't swallow him whole right away. Leave a few pieces for the rest of us. You have good eyes, General. I wonder if there's see the potential benefits of such an arrangement, or can't you see it past my singed pride? I'll tell you a whole story. A while ago, a small group of locals who were lucky enough to witness a spectacle of a lifetime. 2 dragons fighting above the wasteland. One of them appeared to be the legendary Ithiliac. That old viper hasn't left her nest for a long time. Of course, she won the battle, and her opponent narrowly escaped. Wounded, it struggled eastward, and somehow got over the tors of Lebanese, and finally ended up here. I've been sitting in the middle of the Cyclops ruins for a few days, and it doesn't seem ready to leave. This is urgent matter, Sir Varn. You have a bloody dragon in your barony. Wounded, but still most deadly. He killed a few creatures, we saw with our own eyes. It won't be long before your villagers cross paths with it, and it will be a bloodbath. My lads won't stand a chance against that monster, although we're ready to fight it we must. You and your current party also wouldn't beat him. But if we join forces, we might take that beast down, and share between us all the treasures and artifacts it's taken from the ruins. I promise you, afterwards we'll leave your lands, and do our work somewhere far, far away. Maker fakes a friendly smirk. Sir Pale Jan, I'm sure this rehearsed speech is very impressive, but I'm afraid you've come a little too late. The dragon is, how do I put it, no longer a problem. Your gang, in my lands on the other hand... Maker steps expressively, as if making a room for anyone who wishes to reply. Let's see. I like it when bandits come out on their own and literally ask to be regaled with a sword. Cephal starts to rub his hands together, apparently preparing for a fight. Captain Varn has spent most of his life fighting bandits and murderers. I wouldn't want Baron Varn to commence his rule with an ill-fated partnership with them. Forgive me, Sir Pale Jan. In appreciation for your politeness, I suppose I shall grant you your widower pension, if you have one.
I am superior.
Turn-based mode back on. Okay, Cat is ready to activate. So our options are Pale Jan, who is just a rogue. Alright, that's fine. We also have a bandit with a bow, a bandit brawler who does not have a bow, this alchemist up front, and a Spriggan. Spriggan skilled crossbowman. Looks exactly like any other bandit, but, you know what, they don't go for a while. Let's go after the alchemist. Okay, the alchemist is not a problem. Alright, let's see. Also, there was a reason that my Divine Weapon Bond didn't activate last time. It wasn't the toggle. The toggle just determines what effect it's going to do. I need to actually cast the spell Divine Weapon Bond. I'm not going to right now. I don't think I need it for this. Let's 5-foot step up, and take shots at Jan. Not the worst. Get into melee. Nope. Alright, let's go after... Ah, you're still using your melee weapons. Let's switch you back over to a ranged weapon so you don't run in there and die. Actually, you know what? How about you demoralize Jan? That seems like a great choice. Okay, he tried to cast a spell, but we interrupted it. No greater invisibility for you. None. Alright, let's get into melee. Okay, now you have flanking. That's bad. What can I do to help this situation out some? I guess I have a fireball. I could also use a stinking cloud. I feel like stinking cloud would be more effective in this kind of situation. Let's just angle it like so. And it looks like... Okay, 2 of them didn't make their save. Can I charge onto this one? No. But what I can do is I can move up to here, and I have natural spell. So I can cast... I could cast my lightning. Wait. I can't cast my spells. Ah, because I accidentally double moved. Alright, well, in that case... Just get up there. Okay, that guy's down. Let's go for Jan. Yeah, we still don't like Jan. Let's 5-foot step forward.
Forwards.
We'd rather Jan not get a turn if possible. And he doesn't get a turn. Great. No turn for you because you're in the smoke. Let's shoot at that Spriggan. The Spriggan got huge. That's just the thing Spriggans do. Alright, I can't shoot at the Spriggan, but I can shoot at that one that's closer.
We can do it.
The concealment from blur is helping. We can visibly see that is taking effect. It's doing good. Alright, Shuffle, your work is done for this fight. You got a stinking cloud up. That's good enough for me. Okay, so... We have 1 attack. We use it. It's good. Oh no, I moved my leopard into the cloud. The cloud does not have a visible radius in the back.
Aim carefully.
Let's see. Yep, more on you. That one's still in the cloud. That one's suffering.
Fight me.
Strike with all your might.
That one had a bad day. Alright, let's very carefully go around the cloud. Even if I don't get to him this turn, at least I don't move into the cloud. Okay, we need to get out of the cloud. Okay.
Attack.
We could just let the ranged damage people deal with it. Yeah, I think we just let other people deal with it.
Victory is near.
Yeah, no, we just demoralize it. Good shots.
You shall pay.
Solid punch. Ah, that one's still there. I did not...
A solid plan.
I thought that one was down. Probably because it wasn't doing anything anymore. Or you're probably not going to be able to reach it to melee this... Yes, you can.
Hear you cry.
Love that. Love that for me.
It's on.
We won't falter.
The general's not doing such a great job there.
No
Oh, they're both in the cloud. Get out of the cloud. This is fine. Get out of the cloud, please.
Forwards.
We win! Okay,
What is
Ceph will loot this. Okay, we just got a bunch of stuff. Let's take a look at that. Well, we got a light crossbow. I think we need another one of those. We got a composite longbow. That's good. Couple rings of protection. Basic. Belt of incredible dexterity. That's kind of basic. Chain shirt +1. 2 daggers +1. But we also got boots of the creeping death. +5 competence bonus to all stealth checks, and the ability to cast greater invisibility spell once per day as a 7th level wizard. Okay, so that's how a rogue was able to try and cast invisibility. I thought perhaps it was a scroll.
Ask away.
That is incredible loot, and we're going to put that on Megger right now. Later, we might want to put that on Brick. Right now, that's going to do better with Megger. We can also just give Megger basically everything that guy was wearing. Yeah, this will be fine. Okay, who's not wearing a ring right now? I'm pretty sure she's wearing a ring. It's fine. Let's give it to you, then. So the only person who's not wearing a ring of protection right now is Cephal. And Cephal really shouldn't need to wear a ring. I think he also had a chain shirt. Yeah, here we are. Upgrade you a little bit. Honestly, like... Is that more AC? It's just shifting where the AC comes from. Yeah, this one has a maximum of 9. This one has a maximum of 9. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Like, what you like, touch or normal AC? We're gonna give him back his touch. Alright, that's fine. Everybody else is still good. Alright. Did we loot everything? No. Alright. Leopard, try. Let's go, cat. Alright, everybody. Good fight. I'm really glad that the game also acknowledged that I dealt with the dragon before going to the bandit. Oh, there was more loot up that way. Alright, alright, alright. But Bolt, you're missing the loot in the bottom right. Yeah, that's dropped armor. We're fine. Okay, got
No
that.
stopping now.
I guess we just go to the right and sweep our way up from here.
Enemy near.
Big. Okay. Alright, so... Wolves fighting bandits. Many. Okay. Can I charge in? No, they're a bit too far away. Well. I guess we're... It's not really helping. It's eliminating the threats of the land. It's eliminating the threats of the land. That's how I'm going to justify this.
Aim carefully. Ah!
I probably should have equipped her with that weapon. I forgot to. Yeah, just get in there. Target rich environment. This one's technically being flanked now. That's also flat-footed. Okay. Many wolves. I can hit this one. I can miss this one. Fair enough.
Forwards.
Another one down.
Attack!
I could fire a fireball up there and hit all those. I don't want to. Carving through the basic enemies now.
Attack.
The wolves really don't like the bandits. That bandit is having such a bad day. That one took my kill.
Fight me.
They tried to get up and died to 3 attacks of opportunity. Beautiful. Nice critical elemental hit.
We can do it.
That one's tired now.
You shall pay.
See, we're good at fighting normal enemies like this.
My way.
We're not specialized at fighting things that are made out of rocks.
A solid plan.
We are just kind of auto-attacking our way through it, though.
Victory is near.
We just rely overmuch on precision damage in this party.
Strike with all your might.
No quarter.
Let's see.
Let's hear you cry.
Oh, that one's durable.
Forwards.
Finish off the wolf first. Is it because it's small and wielding a shield? There we go. Okay. Basic fight done. Didn't try to skin the wolves. Let's skin the wolves. And we press on. A bag of stuff. It's just some basic loot. They did have another ring of protection, though. Wait, no. That was scrolled up from earlier. Nope, it's just a lot of basic loot. Mirrors, some scales, you know, stuff. Stuff that bandits take from people. Brick's at half health again.
Victory.
Never mind, we'll deal with that later. Venom Manticore! Okay, this might be a situation where I want to use a fireball. And I'm pretty sure those guys are probably going to be fighting other stuff as well. So let's move up a bit.
Carefully.
Alright, that lights up that area a bit. One of them is a Spriggan, which is not already big for some reason. Confounded Concealment, once again. Just use your turn and get in there. Is this where I use my one daily fireball? I think this is. Because we have an enemy that uses concealment. Can I angle this in such a way to not hit any of us while hitting all of them? Maybe. I didn't get the one on the left. Oh well. Now the Spriggan's big. Now the other Spriggan's big. Ah, we don't have enough move. Go around here. Well, we helped. Let's see. Yeah, you were in melee.
Press on.
And you can help finish this one. Their AC is not bad.
We won't falter.
Now you're tired. We could help finish this one off, or I could engage in a melee and try and get this one down. I think it's best if I try to tie up the archer. Let's get the archer. And provide flanking. Okay. I could use magic missiles. I do have 3. No, let's acid dart. Touch! Your shield does nothing! Kitty can keep going there. Maker can try and get in on the sneak. But not. Okay, this one... Alright, I think this one's fine. Who goes next? You. Alright, I should finish you off. 5 foot closer first.
A solid plan.
I didn't finish it off. That's a problem.
Forwards.
It's still a problem. Alright, but now you have flanking, so... Yeah. Loads of sneak damage. And it's down. Because you don't full attack, you can actually just move. Got you up. Got you up. Another acid dart. Ah. They just keep getting lucky hits on Brick. And he's down. And they're down. Love when a full attack changed to an enemy.
Fight me.
Not gonna get sneak attack on this one, but damage is damage.
Forwards. My skills exceed yours. We can do it.
Alright, we got this in the bag.
Out of my way!
Yeah, no problem. I'm glad it was only the one Manticore, though. Nevertheless, Brick is in dire need of healing now.
We should move.
So let's use Lay on Hands and fix him. Actually, how is... Yeah, Cat's doing fine. We can just use Lay on Hands. Much better.
Follow me.
A little bit more mundane stuff. I said I was going to equip her with a better bow, didn't I? And then what I do? I didn't? Yeah, that sounds like me. Masterwork short bow. They're worth more, but they're not composite. I need... This will reduce my odds of hit, but it'll increase my damage by 1. That's not a lot, but every little bit of damage in a storm. I really should have bought a magic bow. Oh well, hindsight is 20/20. I could leave the map here, but there's more map.
They will never break us.
Okay, yet more bandits fighting yet more monsters in the wild. This time, Tatzelworms. Alright, well, they're not fighting the dragons that they said they would help us fight, but they are helping us fight dragons. This is fine.
Aim carefully.
More Spriggans? Still more enemies with their shields. Like, we're technically flanking this one? I think by Raw, you're only flanking when you're fighting with an ally, and I'm pretty sure that Tatzelworm did not consider me an ally. But that's getting really, really pointedly into the rules there. Like, you were fighting two aggressive creatures, and by Owlcat's homebrew,
Victory is
to be
near.
flanked, all you need to do is be in range of 2 melee enemies. Ooh, a cure. Ooh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Still gonna punch you in the face when I get over there. Let's buff myself with the guidance. Okay. Can't pounce any of these. I guess I can just move and attack. That's fine too. 5 foot a little bit closer. They do have another one in the corner.
Attack.
Okay, that one's down.
Strike with all your might.
That one's down.
Attack!
That one's still up. I can't just move and attack.
Run them through!
No sneak damage, but that's fine.
Press on.
Ah, now, okay, now you're doing our trick of summoning wolves. Okay, now you have to go. Yeah, we can't have that. Not at all. But I can full attack this one. I like the full attack. 5 foot step even closer to the battle.
A solid plan.
Glad we're not getting hit there.
We won't falter.
Okay. They got a little bit of health left. Let's use the magic missile.
Let's hear you cry.
Good damage there.
Believe in yourselves.
Took out that one. Summon creature didn't get a turn. That's great. Love to see that. Love to see that for me. We provoke there. Take the easy hit. Alright. Leave her cat alone. Actually, the cat is still the MVP.
Forwards.
Damage is fine.
Forwards.
Not a miss.
You shall pay. Die!
Okay. Alright. More stuff. Oh boy, another ray of protection. It's our favorite thing. Cephal. You can finally have one. Actually, we have so many rings of protection now. I'm glad I didn't buy any of them. I'm glad I didn't buy any of them.
Onwards.
Let's finish it, up this corner up here. Up. Something glitters in the depths of the water. You see the contours of a seemingly handmade object. Okay. Alright. So that is an athletics check. Who is good at athletics in our party? I'm pretty sure it's going to be Brick. Yeah, Brick has plus 16 on this. However, he's currently suffering a penalty because he's wearing armor. So I take the chain shirt off. And I take the shield off. Yeah, now he has plus 18.
All this waiting bore
Get in there.
me.
It's a box! Now we make sure that we equip his armor back on. Yeah, you need this. You need that really badly. Take your flail off. Okay, everybody, try. A belt and like 2,000 gold. Belt of physical strength 4. Well, belt that's a price for Brick. Getting strong now. And nothing further in this corner. Still, glad we investigated this corner. This was a good corner. Yeah, this is the corner of that place that we were. Just trundle through the wilderness. See if we find more. There might yet be more on the map. Hill giants! The other type of very giant thing that we'll find in this area. Okay.
I'm losing my temper. Ah, yet another obstacle.
Cannot. Yeah, I can 5 foot. They're really easy to hit. Really, really, really easy to hit. I think...
Fight me.
No, we're not flanking. Can I... No. I don't have any crowd control spells prepared. I was like, wait, don't I know Grease? Ah, right, I'm not a spontaneous spellcaster.
Do it.
I know Grease, I don't have Grease prepared. There's a difference. Okay.
No quarter.
I don't think I have any crowd control prepared left. I think maybe I have Entangle.
Attack.
That might be worth using. They're giants. Their normal AC is fairly good.
Victory is near.
And they do roll really high to hit.
Strike with all your might.
Do I want to use one of my true strikes on this? No, we'll be okay.
My way.
Yeah, okay. That's one down. I don't need to do that. Let's do this. It's better than nothing. We couldn't get into a position to attack. Cat is fine. Okay.
A solid plan.
Cat is fine. Alright, let's move around this way to help other people get into melee. Let's wait until after one person goes, so that way you can get your sneak attack damage.
We won't falter.
There we go.
Press on.
Not that that helped.
Run them through.
And we win. Hill Giants are not nearly as bad as Cyclops.
It is done.
Anything in this corner? Weird rock. And over this way. Another weird rock.
No stopping now.
At the top of that little gorge. Okay. I think... I'm fairly certain that we cleaned out the map. I don't think there were any other hostiles on the map. Let's take a look at our inventory. Yeah, we're in a medium load. I don't necessarily like that so much. Let's get rid of the heavy junk. Let's get rid of the hide armor and the heavy steel shields that aren't magic. And the pad armor. And maybe the scale mail too. We'll just get rid of the heavy stuff. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. We're hurt. We're good. We got stuff. Feels good. Let's leave. The area is now safe, thanks to McGammar and the Varnling Host.
It's a pity we had to fight the centaurs. They live in my land, so they're my subjects too.
They will never accept you as their ruler, nor will they live peacefully with humans in lands they deem their own. Do not pity them. They made the choice to reject civilization and continue living as animals. I believe we should set up a camp for the night.
Again? Alright, well, you're the boss. Do we want to use chocolate ice cream? Do we want to make chocolate ice cream again? I don't feel like this is a chocolate ice cream situation. Maybe not a chocolate ice cream day. We only have so much chocolate. Yeah, we only have 3 more days of that. Let's just make a hearty meal today. We could not fail at the cooking, and we're great. Random encounter. There's someone on the road. Get ready! It's raining and awful. Our buffs are long since worn off. I think we want to put them back on.
Let's move already.
Every single day we get into it. Never mind. Oh, that looks bad. Wow, that guy's a spot of bother. Get your paws off me, cretin! And they kited it into us. Good, good. I hate that. Well, I think they're flat-footed.
Believe in yourselves.
Good. Love that for us. Cat go. I do enjoy a good charge. Oh, I forgot to transform her for the day. Well. The rock elemental is a little bit more durable. Let's go with that. We can go for the far one. We're not going to be able to attack.
Hear you cry. Attack!
And... okay, we do get hurt. Let's go down here. I don't know why it wants me a bit up there. I guess that's technically closer. Whatever. Just do it. Okay, nothing from you, which is good because I'm not buffed.
Fight me.
Hitting its thick hides. Yeah, normal AC, fairly high.
Carefully.
But sneak attack damage. I said, but sneak attack damage. And touch AC will win the day.
We can do it. Strike with all your might.
We don't have flanking yet. Wait one little second. Go around the side. Now we have flanking.
Victory is near.
Okay, big hit. Big hit on the general. Didn't like that. Let's see. The general is there. channel energy. Yeah, that'll get Susanna. Let's do that. 4 total healing. Not great.
Out of my way!
We won't falter!
Maybe I should have had her step back. I don't know if Varn's gonna be able to do enough. We're fine. Okay, we win. Take their stuff. Now, what is your problem, guy? The man you just saved catches his breath and smiles brightly, as if he hadn't just been zigzagging away from his pursuers. His clothing and equipment are an odd mix of quality, durable items, and pompous decorative elements. Even his shirt seems cut especially to provide an unobstructed view of his chest, which is adorned with 2 golden chains. Baron Vaughn, your grace! What fortune meeting you here. Until now, I've met only unpleasant guests on my morning escapades. McGammar smiles warmly at the stranger and extends his hand of friendship, as if to an equal. He also stands in such a way as to capture a stranger's attention while not blocking your view or Cephal's. Greetings, and you are? Willis Gunderson, your grace. Apparently flattered by the attention, the peculiar man strikes a proud pose. Scientist, traveler, and researcher of antiques, at your service. It's a pleasure to see that my barony attracts such educated people, and it is most regrettable that you must face such difficulties. McGammar nods towards the dead, now entirely dead Cyclops. Where did that creature come from? I've no idea. Willis's voice seems tranquil. I was just enjoying the view and taking notes when an ill-mannered simpleton stepped into my light. I politely asked him to step aside and allow me to finish, but he wouldn't listen. And when I turned around, I knew he couldn't have, for zombies have as much reason as manners. Okay, let's look closer at the traveler. While McGammar entertains the traveler in conversation, you carefully examine his gear and clothes. The first thing that strikes your attention is an intricate yellowish jade bracelet on his wrist. You can tell by his ragged state that Willis has been on the road for at least a few days, and indeed, from all appearances, mostly off-road. We can also make this world check. Try to determine the origin of the bracelet. The bracelet looks carved of a whole piece of jade, of unusual hue. Even from a distance, you can see that pattern that decorates it, obviously signs of a relic's origin. This item came from the ancient Cyclops Empire. But what is it doing here, and how did this hapless traveler happen to acquire it? Well now, this Cyclops is much more polite, isn't he? He falls quiet for a moment, allowing you to add in a few words to the conversation. We'll give him an interesting look, because of course Susanna would notice. Aren't you, cold in this clothes? Not that I don't enjoy the view. Susanna, you tigress! We barely saved the lad, and you're already sinking your claws into him. And such wickedly sharp claws. Anyone would be smitten. Willis, returns an interested look, obviously flattered by your attention. Well, we can press. And my daring companions are trying to avoid claws at all costs. A fair reproach! I feel ashamed. So now we can make these other checks. Let's see. They're both diplomacy. We can succeed at the intimidate without trying, but you know what? Let's try the diplomacy. So you're an antiquity specialist, Sir Gunderson. That bracelet you're wearing is certainly ancient, isn't it? You won't find a better specialist in ancient treasures on either side of the Tors of Levities. Willis shows you his bracelet readily. This knick-knack is my latest find. I found it on the river shore. It seems the water washed it out of some ancient burial mound. No doubt it is very ancient and may have some serious scientific value. I haven't dated it precisely yet. You must understand that such things take time, but I swear, Desna herself guided my hand. McGammar approaches and pats the lad on the shoulder, gently taking the bracelet from Willis's hands before he can object. This is quite interesting. The barony doesn't yet boast of the scientific achievements, but I think we can find a specialist who shouldn't be able to determine the bracelet's origin. If this is a precious item, your efforts in finding it will be generously rewarded. Here, take this as an advance. He takes a purse from his belt and hands it to Willis. Where did you say you found it? By the river. Will seems taken aback by this expropriation of the bracelet, but regains a smile when he feels the weight of the purse he'd just been handed. I'm only happy to help any way I can, Baron Varn. And with your connections, we'll surely discover the origin of this find. And meanwhile, I may employ my time at something just as useful. Did you know that besides scientific articles, I also write fiction? And I can also how can I pass up the opportunity to write about the exploits of the Varnling Host and chronicle your first steps as a Baron? You wouldn't mind, would you?
So long as you don't ask me to sit for a portrait.
I was born to a noble family, so my childhood was wasted on sitting for my mother and brothers for a train of grand portraits. I was only spared the torture after I covered my waistcoat in tar and lit my pretty feathered beret on fire. So long as you'll spare me such torments, Willis, I don't mind what you do. You should find somewhere to settle in Varnhold and get to work. I will send word when I receive news of the bracelet. As you wish, Your Grace. It was a pleasure to meet you. And your companions? Willis Gunderson gives you a curious look, then turns and walks off in the direction of Varnhold, still hefting the purse in his hands. What an unusual fellow. Maker follows him with his eyes for a time, then scoffs. That went well. Of course, the lad is lying through his teeth, but there's more to get from him than we might have hoped. Varn looks pensively at the bracelet.
Why did you invite that Gunderson to Varnhold anyway? Do we really need even more foolish treasure hunters in this backwater?
My mercenary gut. 9 times out of 10, when my gut tells me to keep my eyes peeled, the situation is about to get bad. Of course, there's always a 10th time, and my gut is merely predicting a severe hangover. But I don't think that's the case this time. He frowns for a moment. Maybe Gunderson really is just a charming chatterbox, and he ran into that dead Cyclops by accident. And maybe this bracelet is simply a piece of jewelry. But something in the story doesn't sit right. Let's see. I suspect that Gunderson lied about finding it by a river. He'd clearly been wandering for days, through dungeons, by the look of him. Huh! Didn't I tell you, Cephal? There's something wrong here. The bracelet is an ancient Cyclops relic. It doesn't take a specialist to see that.
I agree. Perhaps we shall find a Cyclops treasure around this corner.
This does not alter the fact that our leader continues to leap at every shadow and makes a fool of himself for random passing strangers. Indeed, instead of focusing on important matters such as engaging in the barony's politics. The lad finds an ancient Cyclops relic in a dungeon, runs out with zombie Cyclops at his heels. I see no mystery in what happened here. A keen nose for an eagle eye. Maker pats you on the shoulder in approval. I hope that dead Cyclops is the only thing that crawled out of whatever he had stole this bracelet. What a story! We've hardly solved our own problems as centaurs, and we've already got a whole new riddle, and a personal chronicler along with it. We should look more closely at this paltry rhymes. Cephal, take this bracelet, and see what you can make of it. Susanna, help me keep an eye on our new friend. Visit him in Varnhold when you have the time. Maybe you'll manage to pry something else out of him. That's it, let's move. Well, I guess we have to talk to Gunderson when we get to the capital. Take a look at what's around here. A couple of kookeries. Anything down this way?
Check that out.
Push a feather
Follow
step.
me.
Okay, so there's zombies. Or skeletons, rather. Well, at least we know where they're there now.
Onwards.
Alright. Alright, let's get in position. Also, let's buff first. I'm using the V button to try and speed things up for us, but it's also pausing the game every now and again. Which is fine. I don't think we're going to worry about zombie poison. I'm going to cast it anyway. And did I buffer with shield? I did.
We should
Didn't buff her
move.
with shield, though. Let's get that up.
No one stands in my way.
I'll make my own legend.
And what else do I cast defensively for myself? Let's get a blur on Brick. Alright. AC of 26, 28, and 30. Okay. So he has slightly less AC. I'm still going to have him going first.
Let's move already.
Alright, we provoke there, so let's not do that. This. Love that. They are flat-footed, so we can benefit from sneak
Believe in
attack.
yourselves.
Attack!
Arrows are not so good against skeletons. But this is fine. You know what? I'm worried there's more than just the 2 skeletons. Let's stand back here. Alright, now we're flanking.
You shall pay.
And I won't be able to get into melee, but that's okay. Let's, like so.
Fight me.
Ah, there was another one in the back. Good. Love that. Love that. Hate that. Love that.
A solid plan.
Their damage reduction is saving it. Okay. Good thing we were back here. Crit punch. Take out the one with the bow. Alright, so we still have this one back here. That's the dart. We should finish it off with this. Yeah. The shield comes in clutch. Alright, let's double move over here. Now we're flanking.
Victory is near.
Forwards.
Can't hit with a bow. Little damage. Earthelemental is more defensive than damaging. That's okay, we have other people to do damage.
Let's hear you cry.
And mark it. Not that it'll live that long, but we're going to try.
Press on.
Yeah, sneak attack damage overcomes the damage reduction. It doesn't look like we... Okay, we can loot it. Basic mundane stuff. But it was protecting a bag. With some more camping supplies. Oh boy, we just ran out of those. How convenient that we get more right now. Nothing over here. I thought maybe that would continue on towards some kind of Cyclops too. And now we can loot the things that we saw up here before. Looks like... Okay, they tried doing it a little bit, and then they died to zombies or skeletons. That's fine. That's fine. Old powder, old map. Lots of mundane stuff. Nothing too terribly interesting. Still, I'm glad that I killed the skeletons, so now the skeletons shouldn't be a problem. Anything else? Random encounter! There's someone on the road! Get ready! Now you, my dear readers, have finally learned how I, Willis Gunderson, author of this tale, first entered the acquaintance of Baron Varn and his companions. But as much as I would like to delve into the remarkable meeting, I must remind myself that by no means am I the main character of this book. Perhaps one day it will occur to Baron Varn or a general to mention me in their memoirs, for surely our encounters must have made an impression upon them as well. As fate would have it, the party has another adventure before running into Varnhold. Having decided to take a shortcut, they find themselves in an area with strange furrows which crisscross the ground here and there. Baron Varn and his companions are cautious and approach it unnoticed as a young centaur whoop and leap from one burrow to another. After a moment, Baron Varn prepares to call out to the creature. Cephal tries to stop him, but then the general nods and the Baron calls out in his old voice, drawing the centaur's attention. We succeeded at lure nature. Good. The call comes just in a nick of time. The centaur freezes and turns towards the party. That very same moment, the jaws of a great monster emerged from the earth, right where the centaur would have stepped, should he have continued on his way. With barely a glance, the seasoned Varnling Host recognizes the monster as a bullet, a sleek predator which attacks his prey from under the ground. Baron Varn takes up his sword, steadfast set on settling the matter himself. It's a land shark! Let's see, we can do mobility, which we can succeed at, or we can do stealth, which we will succeed at. Let's do stealth. General touches the Baron on the sleeve and quickly whispers her plan. She suggests that they approach the monster silently, rather than rush at full speed. No, we're going to try and save this. Mobility. The General leads the charge, relying on her vigorous attacking skills and artful maneuvers. We still succeeded. We rolled higher than the 6. It's good. The team attacks in full force. They surround the monster and take it from all sides, while distracting it from its chosen cloven prey. What a marvelous dance of death it is! Their swords and spells cut through the trembling Dunswood air like lightning bolts across a stormy sky. But the beast is clever and quick to realize that circumstances are turning in its disfavor. It began to dig once more into the ground. The General and the Baron exchange glances, nod silently, and attack the beast with a finishing blow. Could this monster withstand the united attack of their battle-hardened comrades? The answer could be but a decisive no! With the second blow, it roars one final time, and then its lifeless flesh sinks to the ground. Another glorious victory for the Varnling Host, and we are awarded with 11 diamond dust and the bullet bone plates, which are just skinning stuff that you can sell. Good! The General and the Baron eye the battlefield. The young centaur approaches the party hesitantly. His young face glows with boundless gratitude, but its curiosity is tinged with fear. Baron Varn greets the boy and strikes up a conversation. Cephalornis, mumbling something about reckless risk for questionable purposes, approaches the beast's lifeless corpse and starts performing some calculations. Meanwhile, the General decides that's a perfect moment to learn more about centaurs. The centaur says his name is Roiko, but it sounds more like a nickname than a real one. He is manifestly stunned by the courage of Baron Varn and his people. He hesitantly prepares to go on his way, explaining that his tribe would soon notice his absence, and that he might be punished for talking to the two-legged. The General delicately manages to get some further information from him. For the most part, it only amounts to what the team already knows, but they learn that the centaur belongs to a Noman tribe, that their leader is one Acora Silverfire, a name Roiko speaks with the fiery awe of youth. The Noman centaurs consider themselves guardians of this land, and stand ready to defend it from any invasion. Roiko also tells them, with a sigh, that his tribe is very small, unlike in the olden days. War and disaster have taken their toll, and the other tribes no longer want to deal with the Noman. Roiko's words make it seem as though the other centaur tribes consider his own tribes perhaps a little mad. Saying warm goodbyes to the young centaur, Baron Varn nods, content with his own thoughts, and leads his party back to Varnhold. Loads of experience!
Not like that Gunderson. Even if he is not a spy, and mind you, I still have my doubts. Vagabonds like him always bring trouble.
I can't keep all the vagabonds from breaking their necks in the ruins. At least if he finds something interesting, he'll bring it to us, not Brevoy.
Yeah, it'd be nice if he brought us lots of stuff. We want lots of stuff. Oh, your characters are fatigued. We're fine. How convenient that we all get fatigued the moment we hit our front door. And we all leveled up from getting experience of getting back to the capital. Beautiful. Varnhold's lot. After a daring raid in abandoned lands of the wild centaurs, Baron Varn and his companions returned home, and I, Willis Gunderson, had the honor of accompanying them. A time of peace had come at last. Varnhold greets one serene dawn after another. But in this dark land, I dread to think what awaits us. Varnhold is peaceful and sleepy in the early dawn. It is still a small settlement, not quite yet a town, but striving towards it. It seems to be smiling at you and Baron Varn as the window panes flash in the morning sun. But Mager seems pensive, almost sad.
I'm not sure if it's the right time for this conversation, but I just feel like chatting today. You know, while we were living like a gang of mercenaries, I never tried to make any plans for the future. Never even imagine a happy and proud picture. Myself in 10 years, who had made all his dreams come true. I considered it bad luck. A little superstitious like that. And it's easier when you're not thinking about your future. It's not so scary to dash into risky situations. But I have this new title, Man Varnhold. It's strange how it can change all this. I've started contemplating things I never used to think about before. And ask myself questions I never even used to ask. I see my warriors and companions in a new light. And you. I'm boring you, aren't I? Let's consider this a scouting mission. I'm sending out my patrols, trying to figure out if there's a chance that my vis-a-vis might decide to change her disposition towards me. To a closer one.
Her heart is beating so fast in her chest. What are her options? Let's see. Scouts report back that the maneuver we were asking about is more than possible. That's cute.
Not a single report has ever made me so happy.
Oh, they're both nerds in their own way, and they're cute. Oh, they could be a happy old couple, baby.
Wait, who's that running after us?
And of course they get interrupted now. Of course they would.
Baron! Baron! Cody is looking for you urgently.
I had a feeling some disaster was bound to happen today. Let's go. As Cardi approaches Varn, a wince crosses her grim face, but she speaks not a word and instead hands him a document.
Aha! I see you've included everything, just as I asked. Thank you, Kiadi.
Ah, Kiardi. Okay.
Magar, what does this mean? Tell me, what am I to make of this?
Several snatches the document from Varn's hands, and as he reads it, the old wizard's eyes nearly pop out of his head.
I sent some much-needed aid to our neighbors in the Shrike Hills. They're our only possible allies in the coming carnage. Cephal, I know your opinion, but be realistic. The Aldori are not our friends. We can't count on them for help if something happens. We're expendable.
You will not preach realism to me, you naive boy. Yes, we are bargaining chips to them. That is exactly what I'm basing my politics on. A delicate contraption which you are smashing to bits. War will come to Brevoy, even you can see that. But as long as it hasn't yet begun, you can scarcely do better than pretending to be the Eldori's most loyal vassals.
Let's see. You need to wait until we drop their guard, make them rely on our help, and then, when civil war does break out in Brevoy, strike them in the back.
Exactly. Praised be Asmodeus. At least someone in this traveling circus can understand me. Listen to me carefully, you three. Yes, Heri, this involves you too. Things are looking bad. First, the land here is fertile, but its most bountiful crop is Cyclopes' graves. Second, it shares a border with the Obaria, well known for its epidemics. Gods forbid the wind carries the next plague here. Settlers are reluctant to come here as it is. I can scarcely blame them. Do not become too attached to Varnhold. This is but a stepping stone. Our real prize lies to the west. But what does Varn do? He sends them gifts. Better to send them assassins. Without their baron, the Shrike Hills would descend into a struggle for power, and Silver Step and the Camelands would fall to us soon after.
I'm still going to call them the Kamelands.
Such villainy!
Do not interrupt your regent, Varn, or relieve me of the position this instant. Now, what is the most important thing here? The Aldori are afraid of unleashing war. They know that if they tried to separate from Brevoy without some kind of outside support, the Sotova would crush them. So we must convince them that we are their most loyal allies. We will stoke the Eldori into an uprising. When the unrest picks up, we shall strike them in the back and make them fight on two fronts. While you, Your Grace, were drinking wine at the feast, I was busy acquiring the map of Nivatka's Crossing. Look at these fortifications. If we could seize this town, we'd win a significant piece of Brevik land along with it. After we've assisted the Sotova in hanging the Eldori on the gates, they would allow us to keep part of what we have seized as a reward. Then we will have peace and prosperity.
Get out of my sight, Seville. Get out! Never would the name of Magar Varn be tarred with such abominable villainy. It never happened while I was leader of a mercenary party, and won't happen now that I'm Baron.
Great Asmodeus, what did I do to deserve this punishment? Why do I deal with you at all? I should have taken my share and retired a long time ago. I'll be off somewhere soon enough. To Absalom or Cheliax. I shall read books on the porch and drink wine, while you do whatever you want. Burn the city down and get yourself killed. Come to me later. We need to talk.
As the old wizard storms off in a rage, you hear a magical whisper. Ah, that last bit was a whisper, I see. I'm glad he knows the whisper spell. Or is it the message spell? Message is the weaker one.
I can't believe my ears. Must the history of our country begin with such villainy? Oh, Seville. Seville. Well. Let the old devil cool off. I'll talk to him later. Is that all, Kiadi?
The dwarf shrugs her hands and hands him another paper.
I see. So, we've got a revolutionary from Galt on our hands. A tavern keeper writes us. She saw the revolutionary walking around, stirring up the people for an uprising. Well, you're the general. You go and deal with it. Talk to the tavern keeper. Find out where to look for this instigator. Well, far be it from me to teach you how to do your job. When you finish, report back to me. By the gods, what a worry. Uprisings, intrigues, these damn letters. That Gunderson and his bracelet. And the Baron has to see to all of that, and listen to everyone's complaints while he's at it. What a nuisance.
Maker leaves in a cloud of curses. Wait, did we level? Or did only, like, someone level? Only leveled up those three that I won't be using. I see. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so... how many quests do we have? Okay, so we have to look at Gunderson, we have to talk to Cephal, and we have... of cows and other matters of political importance. What a quest name! What a quest name! We'll be sure to deal with that when we come back, because for now, I am out of time. So we finally met Willis. That's something. We're also still nearly dead. We can fix that. We can fix that. Thank you all so much for joining me on this little path. It was mostly just bandits and auto fights, but, well, we met Willis. We determined that Susanna is capable of looking at more than just one man, but she is most interested in one man. Later, Pathfinders.